Righty then.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Nice home, boy. You know.
All right, where were we? Here we go. Just looking at some pretty little pictures that I found on the internet. Let's start off right about here. Right about there.
Human trafficking be white folks' crimes, nah, son.
Really? It doesn't exactly look like it to me. Looks like I'm seeing a pattern right there. But that's none of my business. Now, I ain't criticizing no races. This has nothing to do with race. Has everything to do with evil culture. Because like I've said 1,000 times before, I know a lot of people who are of black African genetics from Ethiopia, Kenya, Nigeria, Haiti, Trinidad, who have come here searching for a better life to provide for their families. They're morally grounded. But certain American inner city cultures, as they say, well, some of those are just absolutely rotten to the core, etc., etc. Hey, player. What in the fuck is wrong with you, nine sound homeboy? You need to get up out my crib, player. God Almighty. God help us. Scourge upon our nation. Murdered for being white. I need to find too small. I guess that's about right. Joni Klein in Worth, Illinois. Young mother of two using an ATM. When these fucking wild animal savages came along, these godless, evil, extremely low IQ predator scum, typical of their kind. Unlike their ancestors just a few generations ago, who for the most part were law-abiding citizens, religious, hardworking, had a father in the home. Well, you can say goodbye to all that. Those days are gone, playa. Those days are most certainly gone.
Xantavius, nah, son. Xantavius.
Murdered for being white. Murdered for being white. Are you noticing a pattern here? Murdered for being white. It's absolutely disgusting. But you see, there's some really bad white folk out there too. And they like to call themselves Democrats. Might want to figure that out if you haven't so far. Indiana man charged with murder. But of course, what else would you expect? Who in their right mind couldn't look at somebody like this and immediately suspect that it has foul intentions and a violent nature? Who in their right mind? Not this dude. I'll tell you that. This dude can see the shit. I may have glasses, but I ain't fucking blind. Murdered for being white. 0 stories. Oh, but when it's the other way around, like with that Ahmaud Arbery case over in, I think it's Brunswick, Georgia, that was front page news for weeks. Just like when there's a white school shooter, which are very rare. There's 3 to 7 white school shooters every year. And each time it's a media frenzy for weeks. And even after that, they'll bring it up again and again and again. Now, meanwhile, you have hundreds of black school shooters, American black school shooters every single year, and they all get covered up by the media and the authorities, classifying them as isolated incidents or gang-related activities. See, that way they don't have to say school shooters. Hundreds of times per year, as opposed to 3 to 7 times per year. But it's the white people who get the reputation of being the school shooters. Y'all be the school shooters. Y'all be the school shooters. Y'all be the school shooters. No, actually, that would be you. You fucking evil piece of shit. Murdered for being white. Because she got into a relationship with this fucking thing right here. This fucking animal right here. You're a white woman and you enter a relationship with one of these evil, abominable, godless savages, there is a 100% chance you will end up a victim. Take that to the bank, bitch.
Oh, hell no. I ain't had you nothing. You be some motherfucking racism nonsense. Some motherfucking racism. You know.
Murdered for being white. Murdered for being white.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
3-year-old shot near a McDonald's in Metro Atlanta. 3 arrested and then released. Revealed that Democrat Charlotte, North Carolina, God almighty, Charlotte, North Carolina is a fucking fallen, third world, N-word hellhole. Figure out what the N-word is. Murdered for being white. By this thing. Right here. This fucking thing. This evil, racist, savage, lawless, godless, abominable, extremely unintelligent, violent, homicidal maniac who is typical of his kind. Ages 14 to 45, that is. The American ones. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Oh, look. Murdered for being white. God almighty. God all fucking mighty. That is the face of sub-Neanderthalism. Personified. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I hate most of them, the American ones. I'm not talking about the race. I'm not talking about their racial background. I'm talking about a specific American-born culture of these fucking animals right here. The most evil animals. I would rather be in a room full of rattlesnakes than a room full of these fucking things right here. I ain't gonna hold back. Look at this fucking shit. Freeze it and read it if you want to. I mean, just the typical example of those fucking things right there. That culture. And yeah, in their case, I would agree with gun confiscation. Absolutely. Their guns. Good people are the ones who need guns. These aren't good people. Learn the difference if you haven't already. So these are looking like a bunch of old pictures. I've seen these over and over, but finally I get to get them off of my computer. Killed point blank range in his yard while gardening for the crime of being white. Raping and stabbing her to death. Murdered for being white. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. Murdered for being white. Isn't that nice? Now look, this is very common in Democrat-run districts. See this dude right here? Willie Lee Thomas. He's white. According to that county or that city, whatever municipality that is, according to them, he's white. See this dude right here? This dude right here? Lou be innocent. Nah, son, he be white. Jimmy Lee Clark right here? This fucking dude?
He be white. Nah, son, he be white. I be white. I be white as hell, Your Honor. I be motherfucking white, nah, son.
Brian L. Lampkin here? This dude? He be white.
I be white, Your Honor. I be white, Your motherfucking honor. It be some motherfucking racism, nah, son.
Indicted on 17 counts of rape, kidnapping, and assault. Now, by looking here, I would have guessed nuclear physicist or some sort of technical engineer of some kind, architect maybe. I don't know. But I guess you can't really judge a book by its cover. Daugherty County. That's where I'm originally from in South Georgia.
Don Travion, nah, son. Cause I got to come up with the motherfucking most non-white sounding name I possibly can to give my little fucking motherfucking menace to society of the future. Nah, son, the future. The future.
Murdered for being white. Wouldn't you know? By this fucking thing right here. You know, Somalis, they don't consider themselves to be black Africans. They claim Arab heritage, but you can see that they're really a mixture of the two. But if you study Islam, if you study the Quran, Arab Muslims consider black Africans to be lower than human. Now, I can't say the word on YouTube, but they consider them to be lower than human, and thereby it is morally and legally acceptable to enslave them. That's who started the slave trade, the black African slave trade. If you don't know that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, player, who the fuck you is? Nah, son, up in my motherfucking crib. Let me get your motherfucking grandmama cookies, and your money, and your jewelry. Nah, son.
Nigerian king in North Carolina. 27 felonies of defrauding Medicaid, 72,000 with fake child therapy claims. God almighty, get it out of my fucking face now. Third anniversary of the home invasion murders of Dylan George and Brianna Dapron in Eugene, Oregon, by these fucking predator monsters right here. These fucking things. The most evil, racist, lawless, godless, savage, violent, homicidal culture, not race, culture, ever to exist anywhere on earth. Period. End of story. Statistically. Allegedly. That can't be true. That's a white people's crime. Convicted sex offender? No. That's white folks' crime. That's white folks' crime. Actually, statistically, no. It's massively, predominantly, these fucking things right here. The scourge and downfall of America. Strangulation, child cruelty charges. Of course. What else would you expect? I mean, just look at that thing. Who in their right mind can't look at that fucking thing and immediately suspect foul intentions? Who? Who can't fucking do that? Absolutely disgusting. Oh, God almighty. That fucking face right there. That motherfucking disgusting face. Absolute menace to society. Absolute menace to society. Murdered for being white. Next.
Sean Till. My name be Sean Till, you know. Say my motherfucking name.
Fuck your fucking name. That's not a fucking name. That's a fucking noise that your stupid, low IQ birth mother came up with to make you sound as non-white as possible, you fucking moron. Fuck you.
Ty Season. Nah, son. Hey, man, there go motherfucking Ty Season. You know. He know where the dope be.
Threw that poor little baby to the fucking alligators. A human being wouldn't do that. See, you keep saying that it's racist to say that these fucking things aren't human. Well, they keep proving it over and over and over and over and over again, thousands of times every year. And almost each and every time a fucking racist piece of shit, left-wing, communist, Marxist, radical, lunatic judge sets them free to do it over and over and over again. Benjamin. There's a nice name. That's Jewish in origin. Except this fucking thing right here ain't Jewish in origin, even though they claim to be the Jews, the Egyptians, the ancient Japanese, the Vikings, the Nordics, the Native Americans. My mother's family were full-blood Muskogee Creek American Indians. I think I know Indians when I see them. These ain't fucking Indians. These are fucking Africans. You fucking morons. You have to steal everything because you've never done anything for yourselves. So you have to steal from those who have accomplished shit and built shit, and then you claim that you did. Bullshit. Fuck you. Murdered for being white. My God. You can read that if you want to. I'm getting tired of reading. I'm getting tired of seeing these fucking faces. These goddamn despicable, disgusting fucking faces. Marietta, that's just right down the street from here. That's Cobb County crime. I'm next door to Cobb County. I'm in Cherokee County. Come find me if you want a piece of me. I'll be glad to meet up with you. You won't like what happens. If you come to do something to me or my family, you're not going to like what you find, what you encounter, what gets done unto you. 3-year-old child. That'd be white folks' crimes. That'd be white folks' crimes. No, not exactly. More like these things crimes. Got to be careful what I say on YouTube. Somebody needs to give this dude a fucking napkin so he can wipe that goddamn mouth. What is the deal with their lips and their skin when it gets dry, whenever they don't have cocoa butter or baby oil to rub on themselves? Absolutely fucking disgusting. Sorry for my language. Actually, not sorry. I need stronger language to describe these fucking dangerous wild animals. Murdered for being white. Wouldn't you know? Of course. You don't think that something like that ain't gonna murder something like that, do you? Because if you don't know that just by looking, you're pretty fucking stupid. I can hear the washing machine going in there. I hope that don't turn out too noisy on here. Murdered for being white over in South Carolina. Now, I think it's pretty fair to say that she was a, what you call a lib turd. And if you were around her and you said something negative about these fucking things right here, she probably would have called you a fucking racist and a right-wing extremist or whatever. But that's why 99% of the time, the fucking libturds, the white libturds, end up the victims of these fucking things right here. These fucking monsters. These things which are incompatible with a human society. These things which represent a grave threat to the other races. These fucking things right here. There she is again. With her nice, friendly smile. Oh, so very trusting of these people. Because they're just poor victims of racism and oppression and white supremacy. Murder. Jacksonville. Human trafficking. How much you want to bet it was kidnapped teenage girls? Oh, well, it's none of my business, I suppose. Murdered for being white. Okay, let me read this part here. Let me read this. Only in America do we take the demographic with the lowest average IQ, highest violent crime rate, and most unimpressive history and celebrate them for an entire month. The only demographic we don't celebrate are the ones whose ancestors founded and built America. Another stark reminder, we live in an occupied land. We live in upside down world. God almighty. God almighty. Murder charges. 16 years old. Homicide. That's another word for murder. In case you didn't know. Yep. What else would you expect? Who wouldn't be able to look at these fucking things and know exactly what they're up to? Murdered for being white. Shouldn't have got into a relationship with this fucking dangerous wild animal right here. See all these people right here? Let me zoom in for a second and go top to bottom. All white. Every single one of them. All white according to Democrat districts. You see, in blue cities, Democrat-run cities, all black, Asian, and Hispanic violent offenders get categorized as white. You see how they do this manipulation of the crime data? They're all white. This dude right here, this fucking thing right here, this fucking monster right here, this absolute wild animal right here, this dangerous piece of shit right here, this fucking, well, I can't say the sub, you know what word. You say that word, that triggers the algorithms and your video gets removed and you might even have your channel deleted. And if that happens to me, then fine, so be it. Fuck it. See these dudes right here? They're all white. This dude right here,
Rodale, know what I'm saying? He be white.
Alan Adames.
He be white. I be white, Your Honor. Your motherfucking honor. Know what I'm saying?
Edwin Alamo. He be white. William Cruz, this fucking thing right here, this sub-Neanderthal looking thing right here, because it is a sub-Neanderthal, because Neanderthals were actually far more sophisticated and advanced than these things. He be white too. They're all white. They're all white. Oh my God. It never ends. And it gets worse and worse and worse every year. God almighty. All they do is steal, kill, and destroy. That's it. They don't do anything else. Murdered. Oh no, he actually didn't die. He just got his neck cut for being white while enjoying a vacation with his family on a pier in Florida. It's infuriating. Good people should not have to share a country with these things right here. People should not be forced to live around these fucking things. You shouldn't be forced to live around rattlesnakes. You shouldn't be forced to live around cougars and bears, lions and shit, tigers. But we're forced to live around these fucking things right here. These fucking, this guy said it, not me. He said it, not me. But he's absolutely right. He's absolutely 100% correct. Brutally massacred. And why do you suppose that is? For being white, of course. This chick right here, Stephanie Minter in Virginia, murdered by this fucking thing right here, with 30 plus prior violent arrests, murdered for being white. Do you see a pattern here yet? Teach your children to stay the fuck away from these fucking wild animals. These fucking pieces of shit. These fucking menaces to society. And that's about all I got to say about that. And so, if you're one of the few people who watch this video, very few will, because I am what they call shadow banned. They don't want many people seeing my shit because the truth tends to come out here. So if you're one of the people that watch this video, I very much appreciate it, and I will catch your ass later.